Alright guys, I am back with my review of this week's WWE Friday Night Smackdown for December 13th, 2013. And the show starts off with Daniel Bryan versus Eric Rowan. And the match was really just setting up the handicap match at the pay-per-view. Luke Harper gets on the apron, Daniel Bryan kicks him off, then he throws Eric Rowan to the outside. He's about to dive on both guys, but Bray Wyatt trips him, so the ref disqualifies Eric Rowan. Then the Wyatts try to beat up Daniel Bryan, but he escapes and hits the flying knee on Bray Wyatt and knocks him right out of his rocking chair. Then we get Cody Rhodes and Goldust versus the Real Americans. I thought this was a decent match. Cesaro hits the uppercut on Cody Rhodes and gets the win. And I looked up the card for TLC, and apparently they're doing the Rhodes Brothers versus Big Show and Rey Mysterio versus the Real Americans versus Ryback. And I can see the Real Americans becoming the next tag team champions, but I don't think it's going to happen at the pay-per-view. I think it's going to happen when it's one-on-one. So since they defeated the Rhodes Brothers here on SmackDown, I think at the pay-per-view the Rhodes Brothers are going to retain, then the Real Americans get a title shot because they beat them on SmackDown, and that's when they will finally become the tag team champions. We get more Bad News Barrett. They've given him a gavel. Like that makes this any better. Then we get Damien Sandow versus Mark Henry with Big E on commentary. And Mark Henry is beating up Sandow, so Sandow leaves the ring and gets himself counted out. And afterwards, Big E comes over, throws Sandow back into the ring, and then Mark Henry grabs Sandow, and as Big E is climbing on the apron, Mark Henry just throws Sandow into him. So Big E gets pissed off and Damien Sandow runs away. But shouldn't Big E be mad at Mark Henry because he's the one who threw Sandow into him? So that was really silly. I didn't care for any of this. Then Booker T is backstage doing the WWE shop thing. And I actually like this, but it was unintentionally funny. We get AJ Lee and Tamina versus the Bella Twins. Natalya's on commentary. And to be honest, I didn't really watch the match. I was busy freeing up some space on my DVR during it. But AJ Lee makes Brie Bella tap out to the Black Widow. Then John Cena wins a poll for best finishing move. He beats Punk, Bryan, and Orton. Then Cena comes out and cuts a promo on the TLC match against Randy Orton. And it was alright, I guess, but it was really just your typical Cena promo. He talks about how Orton is really cunning, but he's been handed everything, and he never gives up. It's Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins versus the Usos. Dean Ambrose was on commentary. I thought he did a great job once again. And the match was a little slow-paced, but definitely picked up towards the end. I liked this match. Roman Reigns hits Jey Uso with a spear for the win. Afterwards, CM Punk comes on the Titantron. He cuts a Shield-style promo in the basement. Says he's going to bring down as many members of the Shield as he can at the pay-per-view. Then we get Big Show versus Ryback. Very short match. Big Show chokeslams Ryback for the win. Afterwards, Curtis Axel tries to attack Big Show. Rey Mysterio hits him with a 619. Then Big Show knocks him out. So yeah, let's build up these old-ass guys like Rey Mysterio, who maybe we can squeeze some more merchandise sales out of, even though he has no cartilage in his knees. Bray Wyatt cuts a weird promo on Daniel Bryan. He's upset that he wouldn't join him, even though they all have beards. It's the beards that bind us. And he says he's going to put him down at the pay-per-view. Then it's supposed to be Kofi versus Del Rio, but of course Del Rio suffered that concussion on Raw, so this match couldn't happen. And before Kofi gets in the ring, Miz runs down and hits the skull-crushing finale on the mat. So Randy Orton comes out, and he asks Triple H to come out so he can apologize to him for what happened to Stephanie on Raw. Triple H comes out and Orton apologizes. Triple H accepts his apology. And then Randy Orton asks him if the Authority still has faith in him. And Triple H shakes his hand and says, "Don't worry about it, Randy. We know exactly where our faith lies." And that's how the show ended. So that was the end of SmackDown this week. Overall, I thought it was an okay show. It was really average. And it did get a little boring at times, but it was still an okay show. Had some good matches here and there, and they definitely tried to build up the angles for the pay-per-view. Nothing really spectacular, but it was still some build. I mean, you had a decent promo by Cena. Then you had the Orton Triple H apology thing. Not really sure what that's supposed to be. Probably nothing. But, I mean, it could be something if Cena was going to turn heel, but I doubt that's going to happen, so it's probably nothing. But anyways, that's my review of the show this week. Hope you guys liked the video. Leave your thoughts on this week's show in the comments, and thanks for watching.